I got the haircut. So I saw Amazing Spider-Man 2 the other night. Originally, this episode was going to be my first attempt at Nitpick Corner. But honestly, I don't have that many nitpicks about the movie. Unpopular opinion, but Amazing Spider-Man 2 may be my all-time favorite Spider-Man movie. The best one so far. I think the action, the fight scenes were so good, so well choreographed, that it was everything I wanted from a Spider-Man movie. And I'm always a fan of electrokinesis, so Electro was a major plus for me. I should probably state at some point, now is good. Spoilers! The one big nitpick I did have, well, those Electro's costume, but that's... Why would he make a jumpsuit out of nothing? That was kind of odd. But the biggest plot hole I saw, biggest nitpick, was why was Oscorp, what was the main Oscorp industry CEO type villain, why was he such a douche? I mean, the company steals the idea for the power plant from an Oscorp employee. I mean, he's on your payroll. Are you taking the credit from an Oscorp employee and giving it to another one? What is the downside in giving this guy the credit? Why not just give Max Dillon the credit? I mean, he works for you already. You're not stealing from the company or anything. And you kind of want loyalty from this employee because he just gave you the power plant that you're using to power New York. You are now rich forever. Give him a bonus. I didn't get why they did that. I guess to show they're evil, but it would make a lot more sense if Max worked for a different company or something. Originally, I thought the Gwen Stacy, Peter Parker stuff was going to be really annoying. I thought you just got together, and then the last one, and now you're breaking up in the beginning of the second one just to get back together again. This is going to be terrible. But they handled it in such a way. I'm not sure what it was. I think maybe it was the acting, maybe it was the performance from Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield, but I don't know, it just worked. It worked, and there was a connect, and it was just like you wanted to see these two characters be together. I mean, I've read the comics, I knew what was coming. That's just, she's Gwen Stacy. She ain't getting out alive. Unless she's in the kids' cartoon, Gwen Stacy's going down. So even knowing that was coming, that was still... I wanted them to be together. And I could see that Peter was really struggling. I don't know. I really don't know what they did differently than what Sam Raimi did. It worked. Man, this is good for like, how do I talk? How do I talk? What do I sound like? I'm going to listen to this later and hate myself. At the end, when Gwen dies and... spoilers. And Peter gives up being Spider-Man and then later becomes back to being Spider-Man. I've seen a lot of critics dismiss it as, oh, he gives up being Spider-Man, then he goes back to it immediately. But the way they show it, they show the montage of him continuously going back to Gwen Stacy's grave, seeing the seasons change around him. The police bulletins and the news reports and the man on the street interviews show how long he's been gone. And you get this sense of mourning. And yeah, on screen he only stops being Spider-Man for like 2.5 minutes. But it feels a lot longer. You feel that there was pain, there was suffering, there's stuff they had to work through. And I think it's better that he becomes Spider-Man again at the end of this movie than at the beginning of the next, if that makes any sense. A big concern for me as I was watching it, and I'm watching the Electro and Green Goblin stuff unfold, is I know Rhino's in this movie. How are they going to fit him in? He can't show up now. That would be terrible. He can't show up now. That'd be worse. He just can't show up. So I'm really glad they left him until the very end. He's more of a cameo than anything else. That's a good decision. The storyline, the story arc, which looks like it's going to be a overreaching story arc between Peter and his parents, that it was like, it could have been very intrusive. But that storyline, it was very patient. That's how I describe it. It was very patient. I keep looking up and over there and over there. I should stop that. It's really like, oh hey guys, I'm the overarching story. Or can I be in this scene? Oh no, that'd be intrusive. That would just break the flow. I'm gonna hold back. How about now? Oh no, dude, you're in the middle of something. I see. Okay, I'll wait. Oh, a quiet moment? Might this be a good time for him to talk to Aunt May about his parents? Yes, it would. Well, then let me just put this clip here. It was a very patient story arc, and I'm much appreciated. It, like I said, all the storylines, because of intertwining, just being patient, it worked out. It worked out really well. I thought it worked great. I'm glad they killed Norman Osborn pretty early. We got enough of him in the Sam Raimi trilogy. It's good. It's really nice they didn't like just rehash old plot lines. We all know the Norman story. Let's just skip it. Is there anything else? Electro was really awesome. I thought all the actors did a really good job. Nothing struck me as Harry Osborn. I should talk about Harry Osborn and his storyline. He really doesn't care, because he just lost his dad, who he hated, and now he's a leader of a company that's keeping secrets from him, and, oh yeah, he's dying. And there's no cure. Except maybe the cure, except the guy who has the cure said no. That's a lot to put on a guy. Some people on like online critics or TV tropes, they're saying that Peter kind of came off like a jerk for not helping Harry, and I disagree. His blood is dangerous. We saw what happened with Kirk Connors, and Harry does have no like 40, 50 years to live. They have time to like try to find a cure, and Peter does have a secret identity to worry about. I see why he said no. I probably would say the same. I wish they would quit saying, no, I can't help you. It might kill you. I'm like, yeah, he's already dying. That's not a good reason. You have good reasons. Use them in your argument instead of, it might kill you. That's just not going to fly. Some reviews online said like they turned evil too quickly. I don't know. I thought you could like see why each person was turning evil. What were they doing going after Gwen Stacy? She looked up Max Dillon once, and now she's being hunted down. I mean, he couldn't have been that invisible. People are going to know, be it the janitors that claimed the body, or, the mortician. People know who Max Dillon was. His landlord. His landlord probably knows where he works. I mean, they require proof of employment when you get places to live. I know my place did. And so she looks him up, and you don't even know if she's going to cause trouble, but she looks him up, and suddenly goons are attacking her. That's just... Why don't you just paint a big sign in red letters saying, yes, something did happen. Ask us about it. Look deeper into the mystery, because clearly we have something to hide. Just Yeah, that guy was a jerk for no adequately explained reason. I mean, yeah, money, but I get framing Harry. That kind of made sense. He was still. There was no reason to take the credit from Max for the power plant. Literally none. Also, is that a thing that cities run on only one power plant? I mean, like I guess I get like a small city, but I mean, I don't know how much about those work. But I mean, New York is big. It has 5 different districts. Like it is a big city. I wouldn't be that surprised if there was, a couple. I don't know. I really love The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and if you haven't seen it in theaters, try to find all theater in your area that has it, preferably in 3D, because it was really, really good. That for nothing else, the fight scenes, just the action, just that alone was amazing. And go see it. Go see it on the big screen. If you haven't, Dollar Theater, it'll probably only be for another week. So by the time I upload this, it'll probably be gone. Whoops.